Hi everybody, welcome to morning coffee break. Hope everybody's doing good this morning. It's another beautiful day, but it's a little colder than it was yesterday. But I thought I'd walk since it's nice out though. I don't know if my blood pressure's any, I'm about afraid to check it this morning. I checked it when I first got up and it wasn't good, but then I started getting a headache. So this is just the second day I've taken the new medicine that he prescribes, and so I hope it's going to do something. Maybe it takes a while before it starts taking effect, but I don't understand why it's not coming down anymore than it has yet. So I get a little more worried when my head starts to hurt some. I took some Tylenol, but hope it goes away. Yeah, it's nice, but it's a little bit more chilly today. Hope y'all are doing good. I think I should have got my heavier coat. I was reading on the paperwork that came with the new med. It says it's supposed to help your blood to circulate better. I don't know if it's a thinner or what it is, but that's what it said. I hear as many birds this morning, maybe because it's a little colder. Hadn't seen the hawks over in this area lately. I think I'm going to go on in because it's a little cold. I should have worn my other coat. It's in the car. I didn't want to get it in the car. All right, everybody. What is that? Oh, it's people that pick up brush, or the city. See you in a minute. All right, everyone. Today's Friday, March 5th. Currently it's 34 degrees. No wonder I was cold. High today is only 46. 0% precipitation, 50% humidity, 7-mile-per-hour winds, and air quality is 37. That's not bad. Just not quite myself this morning. I hope like I said, I just took I took my blood pressure medicines about an hour ago, I think. So hopefully they'll do something. If not, he's going to have to raise it up again or get me on something else. I don't know. I've never had this much trouble getting it to go back down, when I get a med for it. So I hope there's not some other issue that's causing this. Just hope things get better. Today I'll be doing Ask My Tablet. I wasn't able to do it yesterday. I had too much going on. And I need to work on the jokes for Kitty's Corner so I can do that one with Tinker as our guest host today. The thumbnail today is we got some of that honey breaded chicken tenders, they're called, at Aldi, and they're like a tempura batter, which is what they use when they make orange chicken most places. And so we had orange chicken. This time I used the Kikkoman orange sauce, and I like the Panda Express a little bit better, but it was still good. But that Panda Express one is really good, the orange sauce. And we had some chicken egg rolls from Aldi, and jasmine rice that I also got at Aldi. It's a pretty good price for a 5-pound bag. I think they went up on it a little bit. It was a little over $5 for a 5-pound bag, but it's a good price for jasmine rice. Once I try jasmine rice, I don't really want any other rice. The only thing is it's not real good for baking. Like if you made a casserole, it'll get like, squishy. Like, it doesn't hold up as good as regular long grain rice. But as far as just fixing the rice and having it with like something or orange chicken or whatever, it's perfect. It's really good. So that's today's thumbnail. I thought I'd put one of my meals up for thumbnail today, or our meals. And today's question is, where do you get most of your groceries? I'm just curious, even if it's a local place, if that's where you get most of them, let us know. I'd be interested to see where everybody's going, or either if they're having it delivered or whatever. Just where do you get most of your groceries? And I was trying to think if there's anything else. The only thing I got wrote down left is story time. And this is way back in like 1978, I'd say, not long after we got married. I was working at a local grocery chain called Wright's Supermarket. They had about 7 stores, and the owners lived right across the street from us over here. And the guy that hired me to work at Coca-Cola lived across at the end of our driveway, where we just walked the house across the street. The people that stay in all the time, that was where he worked. He was a big wheel with Wright's Supermarket, and he hired me at Wright's and also at Coca-Cola. His family was friends with Joy's family. Get over here and sit down, honey. Yeah, and he hired me over there. And when I first started working, believe it or not, minimum wage was $2 an hour. $2 an hour, can you believe it? I mean, I know things were cheaper back then, for sure. But, 40 hours, I would make a gross $80 for 40 hours. And then taxes come out and everything like that. So, needless to say, we had a hard time making ends meet. It was an old store where I first started working, and that place was awful. I mean, it was really old. They didn't really take care of the place. Had rats, I mean, I had to pull the flour. I would have to pull the flour every so often to see if any rats had eaten it from. They didn't eat it on the outside. They'd get in there and eat underneath it, chew on stuff. And I'd have to take all of it out and clean it and they had, I guess they had some kind of, I would hope they'd had some kind of pest control. But I remember, one thing I remember that scared me to death was, they had like a basement, a lower level. And the only thing, they just kept stuff down there, junk, racks and stuff like that. But then they kept their paperwork and all their, stuff they kept, statements and this and that, down there. And they asked me to go down there one time and get a box of some kind of paperwork and stuff. And I was like, I'd never been down there before, but I heard there was rats down there. And I went down there, and I swear, when I turned them lights on, it like scared me to death. They were running everywhere. And I freaked out. I told them I would never go down there again. I said, I will not go down there again. It looked like during Ben, that movie, I mean, it may not have been quite that bad, but it was enough to scare me to death. And these were big rats. I mean, I saw one that was running across the pipes at the top, in the ceiling. They had pipes running here and there differently. They would walk along those pipes. And I saw one that I thought it was a cat at first. And I threw a can of something at it. There goes a coffee pot. I threw a can of something at it, trying to kill it, but it got away. That's how bad it was. I mean, I don't know how you would have had to have like 3 or 4 different pest control, people in there to try to, they probably would have run off when they saw them. That's how bad it was. And, needless to say, I didn't buy my groceries there. But I had to have a job. And they, after I'd been there for a while, they gave me a promotion. I was over the dairy department. I was manager of the dairy department, and they gave me a 10-cent raise. Went from $2 to $2.10 for being over that department. But I kept all my stuff clean and stuff, and of course mine was in all my stock was in a cooler, and it had a big old door, and stuff. They wouldn't get in there. They couldn't get in there. Even if they did, it was too cold. They probably wouldn't have gone in there for anything, but I never saw any in there. But I kept all my stuff clean and stuff, but the rest of that store was a mess. I don't know how they would have passed an inspection or anything, but they obviously did. Eventually they closed all of them down. They closed all the stores. After they closed, I left right before all that happened, because I seen that they were going downhill fast. And that's when I went to work for Food City. Y'all have heard me talk about Food City. I went to work there, brand new store, nice and clean. It was the best store here in town. When they opened, it was just a big thing, and they were busy, real busy. But yeah, Wright's Supermarket was terrible. Wait a minute, they didn't close right then. They lasted a while, because I worked at Food City until I turned 18. And then the same guy that hired me for Wright's Supermarket hired me at Coca-Cola. And I was actually delivering to the Wright's Supermarkets, Coca-Cola. So I remember they were still open then, but they didn't last very long after that. It's no wonder, I'd say people, I don't know if anybody would ever see the rats, but I'm sure there was probably rumors that what was going on there. But they just didn't take care of their stores and stuff, and they just went downhill big time. So, hey honey, what was I had something else. Let me see if I can see it here. I got a 10-cent raise. Oh yeah, one time, this was in the winter when I worked there. There was a McDonald's that wasn't too far away, and I didn't bring my lunch. So I wanted to get something to eat, and I shouldn't have ever gone out. It was bad out. I don't know how much snow there was. It seemed like it was about 10 inches or something like that. So when I went to McDonald's, the way they had this one intersection, you were coming this way and you had to go this way because coming this way was one-way traffic towards you. And there was some railroad tracks right there. Well, when I went to turn, there was ice underneath the snow. And when I went to turn, my car kept going straight down the one way that was coming this way. And there was this meat company that was not far from there. It's called Wade Bulla Meat Company. And one of their trucks was coming this way. And here I was sliding down through there, and we hit head on. And it messed up. I mean, it totaled my car. It didn't do a whole lot of damage. This is a pretty good sized truck. It didn't do a whole lot of damage to it, but I had a Volkswagen Rabbit, and it destroyed it pretty much. And I hit my head, and I hit my knee, and it hurt. It messed my knee up. I mean, it was real. I don't remember if it was bleeding or not, but it messed it up, and it was all swollen and stuff. After that, it took a long time for it to get better. But that scared me to death. When I realized I couldn't stop and there was ice all over there, nothing I could do. It just kept going. And hit that guy head on. I'm just glad he wasn't hurt, the guy that was in the truck. But, I shouldn't have been out. I shouldn't have gone out to get anything to eat. I should have just, I don't know, eaten something from my department, some yogurt or something, because I didn't want to buy anything there to eat. I knew things could be a problem with some things. I don't want anything that's a rat or something's been around anyway, so I wouldn't buy anything there. But that was bad when that happened. But I think that's about it for. I don't remember if I know I worked at several of them. One I worked at was pretty close to where we were living, and I could walk to work, which I liked, because if Joy needed the car, we only had one car, I could walk to work and stuff. But I guess that's it for story time today. I'm gonna go on for now. Hopefully I can get feeling better with my head and stuff. I took some Tylenol about 30 minutes ago, so hopefully it'll help, and hopefully this medicine will kick in and work. If not, they're going to have to give me something else, because I worry if it gets really high. I think it was something like 160 over 100 or something this morning, which is pretty high. So I'm hoping in a little while, I think I'm going to check it again and see if it's getting any better. We got to take Kitty. Her appointment's at 2 o'clock today for a checkup, and I can't remember if she gets a shot or checkup and something else she's got to have done. Well, they were going to have her nails done, but we just don't think she'll let them do it. So they said that what they do if the cat's a problem, that you come over there and you get some kind of pill that calms them down to where they can do it. But I don't want to traumatize Kitty, and I know she needs them cut, but I don't think she's going to let them. She doesn't like it even if you just touch her paws. She'll pull back, if you touch them. She don't like messing with her paws, so I can't imagine her letting them cut them, So I hope she still fits in our cat thing, our carrier. She's a lot bigger than she was the last time we used it, so I hope it fits. We got one of those cardboard ones that's bigger, but I don't know if she would like that too much. We'll just have to see. We'll try her out here in a little bit, see if she'll still fit in it. She's so big. All right, everybody, I think that's going to be it for morning coffee break. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry I'm not, a little more upbeat this morning. My head's been hurting some. Like I said, feels like a headache. So hopefully that'll go away, everyone. But I appreciate everybody watching so much. Please press that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Everybody have a great day, and I'll be seeing you later on. God bless.